have listened with great patience to the evidence in this distressing case, and it is now my duty to sum up the facts and arguments which have been put before you so as to help you in forming your decision. The deceased, Philip Boyes, was, as you have heard, a writer, and in the year 1927 he became acquainted with the prisoner Harriet Vane, who is also a novelist by profession. She has told us herself with great candor how she became deeply attached to Philip Boyes, and how 8 months after meeting him she consented to live on terms of intimacy with him outside the bonds of marriage. Now, you may feel, and quite properly, that this was a very wrong thing to do. You will not be led away by the false glamour which certain writers contrive to throw about free love into thinking that this was anything but an ordinary vulgar act of misbehavior. Sir Impey Biggs, very rightly using all his great eloquence on behalf of his client, has spoken of Miss Vane's unselfish sacrifice and immolation. He will not, I am sure, pay too much attention to this. At any rate, Philip Boyes and the prisoner lived together in this fashion for nearly a year, apparently on terms of the greatest mutual affection. Nevertheless, in February 1929 there was a quarrel, and the couple separated. One of the curious features of this case is the reason assigned for this quarrel. After that, the only evidence we have is the prisoner's own, given, you will recall, during cross-examination by the Attorney General.
Now, Miss Vane, I would like, if I may, to take you back to that evening of February the 9th. Could you tell the court precisely what Mr. Boyes said to you after dinner?
He made a suggestion which I found intolerably patronizing and insulting.
And what was that?
He asked me to marry him.
Could you explain to the court, Miss Vane, why exactly you found a proposal of marriage so unwelcome?
Because he'd made a fool of me. I'd never wanted to live with him outside marriage. He persuaded me to do so against all the religious principles I'd been brought up on. I saw no reason why we shouldn't have been married from the start. But he told me he was totally opposed to formal marriage. And I believed him. But it was all just a test. He just wanted to see whether I would be as slavishly devoted to him as his vanity required. And when he saw I was, he was prepared to condescend to marry me. I felt utterly humiliated.
Surely that was not the sole cause of that evening's quarrel.
Yes, it was.
And there must have been something else, some other grievance. He had been unfaithful to you, perhaps, or unkind.
No.
Very well. So, what was the upshot?
I packed up all my things the next morning and left his house for good. I stayed with a friend for a week or so and then took a small flat of my own in Doughty Street.
And did you see Mr. Boyes again before he died?
Yes, once or twice at the houses of friends.
These assignations...
They weren't assignations. They were accidental encounters.
Very well, these accidental encounters. Various prosecution witnesses have testified that there were at least 3 such. One at the end of March, another in the second week of April, and a third sometime in May. Is that correct?
They were informal gatherings, so I cannot swear to the dates, but I believe that is substantially correct, yes.
Did you speak to Mr. Boyes on any of these occasions?
I was polite, but no more.
You still felt animosity towards him?
I was still very angry with him.
Angry enough to give him arsenic?
No! Not ever angry enough for that.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.